Let's start off on the back. And you might want to have a strap handy, a strap or a towel or a shirt for this. So on your back, take your hands to your side, palms facing up, and we're going to do soles of the feet together and knees wide apart. And we'll start with the breath. So just watch your breath move in and out through your nose. It's just letting the tension in the back start to release here. And then bring your knees together and take your feet wide apart on the mat. If one of these positions feels better for your back, then you can just start off in that position the next time you do this video, and you don't even have to do the other position. Now take the feet together, and next we're going to do some breath with movement exercises to improve circulation. So as you inhale, let your knees go wide apart. And as you exhale, bring your knees back together. 2 more times. Inhale, let your knees go wide apart. Exhale, knees together. Inhale, knees wide apart. Exhale, knees together. Now take arms into a cactus position. Take the feet the width of the mat. And inhale, let your knees tip over to the left. Keep your lower back long, especially the place that feels aggravated. Instead of letting yourself hinge into it, keep length through those segments of the spine. Then bring your knees back to center. Inhale the legs over to the right. And again, keep length through the spine where it's aggravated. Exhale back to center. Inhale over to the other side. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the other side. So we're starting to stretch and mobilize the hips. So we're loosening the areas around that will want to pull on your tender area in your back. Knees back to center. Okay, good. Now with the feet hip distance apart again, as you inhale, arch your back. Let the lower back lift away from the floor. And as you exhale, gently press the lower back down towards the floor. Inhale, let the lower back arch away from the floor. Exhale, gently press the lower back towards the floor. Then inhale into neutral. Hug the right knee in towards your chest and make little clockwise circles. And then little counterclockwise circles. Then stretch the left leg out along the floor. Then take your strap or your shirt or your towel, take it around your right foot and stretch the right leg straight up. Lengthen through all 4 sides of your waist evenly. Instead of letting the hips twist one side of the waist get short or the other, keep all 4 sides of the waist long as you attempt to stretch this leg towards straight. Then bend your knee and release. Change legs, bring your left knee in and make little circles with your knee. And other direction. And to the center, stretch the right leg out along the floor. take the strap across your left foot. Take the left leg towards straight. So as you're stretching the left leg towards straight, keep length through all 4 sides of the low back. Then rebend your knee. Stretch your leg out. Actually bend the knees, put the feet down. Okay, now we're going to do one more exercise to help strengthen the area around the spine that might be weak or compromised. So now, maintaining your neutral lower back, not letting it lift or sink, and without the hips twisting, bring the right leg into tabletop position. Then set the foot down. So you're seeing how still can you keep your torso as you move your leg, as you mobilize the thigh bone in the hip socket, left leg up and back down. How still can you keep the neck, the shoulders, bring the right leg out. So you're using your core muscles. And lift the left leg. Good. Now set that foot down, take the arms up, and without the torso twisting or wiggling, take the left arm back and the right arm down, and back up, and change sides. Back up, and change sides. Back up, and change sides. Good. Then back up. Bring the left knee in towards your chest. Keep the lower back long instead of letting it flatten. Bring the right knee in and then start to stretch the right leg out, but don't let the lower back lift. Now the lower back will want to lift when the right leg reaches out. Keep it long. Take your left arm overhead. The action is if you're trying to press the middle of your tailbone down so you don't twist or wiggle. Now as you exhale, change sides. Exhale, change sides. Keep the neck long, try not to let your chin tuck. Exhale, change sides. And release. Okay, good. Now let's do a twist. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Open the arms out to the side and let your knees fall over to the left. If this range of motion feels like too much, you can put a block or whatever you have in your house underneath your foot so that you keep the lower back long and you don't borrow from that part of the spine when you're twisting. You don't let that part of the spine do all the twisting. You keep the spine long so that the whole spine gets nice even movement, which isn't really true. Like your lower back twists more than the rest of the spine besides the neck. But you're trying to keep a feeling as if there's a nice even twist through the spine. I'm sorry, it's the other way around. Low back and the upper back. Okay, so bring the legs back to center and change sides. Lower back gets the least amount. Take the leg to the side. Prop it. If you feel like, oh, I can feel my left hip is pretty tight. So if I just let my leg fall over, it's going to yank on my back. So instead, I'm going to focus on the tension in my hip and let that start to release instead of letting my back release its length and hinge. All right, then bring your legs back to center and gently hug your knees into your chest. Okay, set your feet down. Roll over to your right side. And press yourself up to seated. So as you sit up straight for a few moments, just observe how your back and how your hips feel after having done the stretches. Pretty good.